I'm
No,
not sure.
I'm not sure if you know of her name, but she is Elaine Teo. If you do know her,
Is this the one, the UMS lecturer? No.
No, that is a different one.
Okay.
And she basically is 27 years old. So this is just a bit about her.
Uh-huh.
She is living in Melbourne, but she went on a
But
she went on a holiday to Portugal and Holland with her Dutch boyfriend, and
Ah,
they were meant
this
to
one.
come back to Kuala Lumpur here to meet a long-time friend of hers that she has known for 13 years. 13 years. And this friend was meant to receive her at the airport on that day, 6 a.m. And they had plans to actually go like to Genting Highlands and to a few other places.
Uh-huh.
But fate had determined otherwise. So like with this, I mean, it is a really sad thing that she's only 27. That's not many years that she has had to live, and it is distressing and very pitiful that she has got to be on that disastrous flight, you know. So what I would like to talk about is that if someone knew that they only had 27 years to live on Earth, how would they have done it differently, you know? As in, my first point would be, would they actually even bother to go through the stresses of life, to try to be a success in life, as in like to go through the stresses of university, of going for interviews, like to find a job, you know, of getting hammered by your bosses, you know?
How would they bother?
Yeah, would you go through all that effort and at the end of the day,
You die.
be on a flight like MH17 and meet that sort of fate? Or would you have rather spent that 27 years enjoying your life, seeing the world, you know, making new discoveries and new talents that you would not have been able to do if you were to be in the office or in board meetings or in university and lectures for the duration of your life, you know? Would you have done it differently? So that's the first point. The second point that I'd like to bring up is on family and friends. Would you have rather spend more time with your family or friends? Because I have got lots of friends that
I have got a lot of
I have
friends.
got a lot of friends that that somehow they like to stay a distance from their family, and they like to be overseas, you know, for a long time, and they only are in touch like with their family, like maybe once a week, but not too frequently, like through WhatsApp, Skype, you know. So I mean, like, would you have had rather spend more time so that there is a closer form of bonding with your loved ones, right? And then the third thing is on relationship. That one, my friends, is a whole different ball game, and there is a lot of factors like to getting the right sort of partner, as I have touched on yesterday. So I mean, would you have even bothered like to go through the efforts of trying like to impress your future spouse or your boyfriends? So I mean, so it is all of this that makes me want to wonder if whether there actually is a meaning like to life, and what is the reason why she had to be on that flight, you know? As in, like, is there like really as in like such a thing like as God, as in irrespective of Christianity, like, or Islam, you know, yeah, like, or is it just due to fate? You know what? Why had she had to be on that flight? So and what is the meaning like of life? You know, if we are only meant to be here like for like a determined sort of a duration. So this is something that I would like to leave to the floor to ponder on. So just to summarize on what I have brought forth is that the first point is if you had if someone had like a certain span of years that they could live, how
If someone had
if,
a certain
if someone had a certain number of years like to live, would they have had enjoyed it, or would they have still had?
would they have had enjoyed it?
Would they still have had enjoyed it, or would they have strived through all of the hardship of life? And number two is whether they would have spent more time with friends.
Whether they would have spent more time
with friends and families. And thirdly is whether they would have even bothered.
whether they would have bothered
Whether they would have bothered to form a relationship. So
therefore
I would like to leave you with a question that only you can answer yourself, if whether there is a meaning to life. Thank you.